Video making again. Yeah, I keep doing it. So anyway, I thought I would be supportive in a non-petty manner to, hey, look at the different colors. Interesting. I mean, these are such a lovely blue. These are such a faded, cruddy blue. Interesting. I have to figure out what that is. Might be an age thing, but maybe there's two varieties. It's funny how a lot of plants come that way, you know. Two varieties. Look at her. She's saying, I want a Betsy. I want a Betsy. I want a Betsy. 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 Well, why don't you want a Coke? Why do you want a Pepsi? Hmm? Yes. Yes. She usually gets pissed off pretty quick. Can't pet her like whole body because then she goes wacky. But look at her eyes. She just got amazing eyes, I tell you. Amazing. Truly amazing. Anyway, having a queer day. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm just okay, and then I'm not so okay, and I'm okay, and I'm not okay. It's strange. But, we'll call it getting better. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I don't know whether it's an allergy thing or what the hell's attacking me, but it doesn't really matter. It's not your problem. So on to the video, right? Piro. Okay, so Piro is going to talk to Despuke in a whatever thing tonight at 9 o'clock. So I'm just supportive, I'll say it. And this probably won't get posted till, well, it'll be posted before 9 o'clock Eastern time anyway. So anyway, I post a link and, see what kind of conversation comes out of this stuff. He had pretty good guests the last time, so maybe if those guys show up, it'll be a rational conversation because they'll force Piro to be rational. No one can force Spook to be rational, so that's an automatic. Forget it. You're wasting your time. Unless you want to talk about magic and nonsense. So if you're an atheist interested in magic and nonsense, yeah, there'll be the room for you. But anyway, so the angle I want to approach this on is related to Hospital Day's ethics videos. It's a good subject, ethics. But it's this idea of your right to be wrong. So that's what I'll title it, I suppose. Do you have a right to be wrong? To have some phantasmagorical, silly philosophy and be wrong about it. There's also the related subject of, it does seem like some of these people have faith or confidence because they're almost like they're superstitious, like they're afraid to let go of Christianity. Yeah, I mean, this is a concept people have talked about. It's like a voodoo curse. They're afraid that God's going to punish them if they're wrong. And so they can't afford to be wrong against God because God will get them. And so they're afraid of the voodoo. They're afraid to step on the crack because break their mommy's back. And you want to find some way to give them confidence, I suppose, without being grotesque about it. Just say, trust me, okay? Just forget about the God thing. Trust me, okay? I'll make the deal for you, all right? I'll ask God to double punish me if I led you astray. I find some way to give them confidence in you that it'll be all right. You can let go of God and trust me, okay? I'm sure of it. I'm confident, okay? He doesn't exist. The voodoo doesn't exist. Trust me, okay? I'm fully invested, all right? I'm not cheating you. I'm telling you, you can trust my judgment. I've beaten this to hell. I've had every conversation you can have with God. I've said every mumbo-jumbo magic words there are. All right? It doesn't exist. You can't make him exist. There's no way to rub this lamp. A genie's never going to pop out of it. So let it go, buddy. Come on, trust me. Trust me. That kind of thing. Because I am confident. And so I feel I have a right, because I'm sure I'm not wrong. And so that's really the issue is this level of confidence, and how do you weigh it? How do you weigh the value of your confidence? How do you weigh in a conversation among people, the weight of somebody's confidence. Yeah, I'm really in trouble with my ears again. Allergies. I'll make some noises. I haven't gone swimming yet. My ears are fucked up. I'm really in trouble. Anyway, did uncover the pool yesterday. Boy, it's a lot. It turned into a big job. The cover's huge and it's heavy, and the pump wasn't working, and whatever. It's just such a hassle. Anyway, I'm supposed to be doing something, aren't I? I'm not making a video. That's enough. So yeah, this right to be wrong. So when the simple answer is, yeah, you can be wrong all you want to, if you're the only victim of your wrongness. But again, all these conversations, the context of all these philosophical conversations on YouTube, the context of all the inanely stupid comments and all the rest of this stuff, is that this isn't about you. This isn't about your personal welfare. It's about the welfare of the human race, is what you're talking about. About the welfare of all the sentient creatures that may be, that may exist because of your influence, your action or your lack of action will be decisive, can be decisive in deciding the fate of potentially much sentient life. And that's the context here. So don't pretend you can just be glib and say, I don't have to worry about whether I have a right to be wrong, because I'm just being a selfish monkey. So I'm just being a monkey. I don't have time to worry. I don't have any obligations beyond satisfying my own silly standards for what the truth is. They're only words. Well, even that doesn't work. Like I said, so they're only words. You can only use the argument, they're only words when you have a narrow circumstance, where you're telling somebody they have big feet or something, where the stakes are low. The stakes on these conversations are high. Again, we know how change happens in the world, and it happens because of mass movements. And if you decide not to move, not to be part of the mass, there'll be no revolution, there'll be no movement, there'll be no change, there'll be no migration to some other reality, in the sense that reality will not mimic the change you don't manifest. That's the safe modernistic way to say it. If you don't manifest the realization of your significance, there'll be no manifestation in the future of that realization, quite obviously. So it's important how you perceive the weight of the gravity, significance of your glibosity, and recognize that this is one of those cases where maybe you don't have a right to be wrong. This isn't about what color frosting is on your cupcake. This is serious and meaningful and substantive, and more is at stake, and more importantly, what's at stake is somebody else's stake. It's not your stake, it's their stake. You're deciding. And you're just not allowed to be wrong recklessly. If you're going to be wrong, you have an obligation to be wrong with some knowledge of some decisive, some intent, some real intent not to be wrong. Some intent manifested through some sort of discipline and action and non-duplicity and non-hypocrisy, non-convenience. You don't have a right to be conveniently wrong when you're playing with somebody else's strings, with their puppet. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. So yeah, I'm arguing you don't really have a right to be wrong for bad reasons. You have a right to be wrong if you have tried to be right. Oh, there you go. That's a good one too. You've put in an effort to be right. I'm of course arguing that insufficient effort has been made by the substance of the human race to be right. That they have been glib and casual in their contemplations and in their effort to resolve reality and the truth. They haven't been, you have to metaphor it with objects maybe, like say if we were lenses, you have and the lenses got dirty every day. Yeah, you'd have an obligation to clean your lens and keep your lens functional so it, could do its job of revealing the truth. And the same is true of your brain. Your belief system must be constantly maintained, cleaned of voodoo and superstition and nonsense, and convenience and wishful thinking, and hope, and all this other pollution that may drip on it if you're not diligent. That may attempt to Borg it and consume it with mass media intent and focus groups and other nonsense. Alex Jones, I make money, scaring people into thinking the cracks are out to get them. Yeah. You have to exercise some effort. And if you're not going to make the effort, then maybe you should close your lens down, put the curtain over it, and say, all right, I'm not gonna claim entitlement to control. I'm not going to claim entitlement to an opinion or the right to make judgment. Disqualify yourself if you're not willing to earn the right to be wrong. Wow, that's a good one too. Yeah, disqualify yourself if you're not willing to earn the right to be wrong. Me brain is good at that shit. Zillions of quotes, and I'm dead. They're not going to be able to make a proper statue because all the quotes, all the brilliant quotes, will just take. The thing will be 100 feet high. Cool. Yeah, it's even better. Yeah. People have to take an elevator to read all my great quotes. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Gary Brain. Yeah, ooh, cool. We'll just call it Gary Brain, the monument. Yeah. Me likey. Anyway. What else? I'm just trying to tie a ribbon, so to speak, on this pretty good performance, I'd say. Me at least. So yeah, that takes you gotta make the effort if you're gonna take control, if you're gonna be an influence, if you're gonna be an imposer. Know you're right, at least by minimum standard, and qualify. How you doing? Qualify yourself. You gotta do that too. So you gotta be certain inside your brain, certain you're not being a voodoo artist or a scared, superstitious idiot. You gotta be certain of that. that your confidence is a real confidence, not fear. And then you got to also be, qualified. You got to be honestly. You can look at yourself and say, yeah, I've done the work to know what the fuck I'm thinking about. I've thunk well. I've thunk with a good, toolkit of thunkery. I'm not a faker. I'm not a poser. I'm not pretending to think. I'm really thinking. With much practice and experience to make me good at it. These are the obligations. If you're going to get in the future's wheelhouse, you're going to start playing with the future's nuts. you ought to goddamn be sure you know what you're doing. Not be playing some personal wanky game like most of the useless, trite, trivial jerks in the comment section. Just throw that in there for fun. Sorry, just looking at the crud. Always looking for an opportunity to video some crud, some interesting crud. But it's just been all kind of boring crud lately. Yeah. So it's like that sometimes. Yeah, crud. Sometimes crud disappoints. There's an amazing little crud pile here, but I don't even want to go near that shit. That looks like, Swamp Thing might reach up and grab you. Crocodile in there. Maybe. This little eyeball blinking. Blinkity blink. I'll wait you out, sucker. Anyway. Nasty beasties. Anyway, claw prints. Crocodile, probably. Or raccoon. Fox. Hard to tell. Hey, the grass got cut early today. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I don't get it. Why did he cut the grass early? And he didn't move the cinder blocks. Strange. I guess he's going to force me to do it. Son of a bitch. Really. Didn't do anything. Ooh, the pool is looking good. Wow, it cleared up nice. My chlorine treatment. Clorox does it. Oh, I'll show you the pool. Looks good. Needs water though. But oh, look at that. Ooh, pretty. Pretty. Nice blue. That's a quality color. That is a quality pool color. Yep. I like it. I think I'll buy one. Yeah. I do love pools. Yeah, so yeah, it's very low on water, of course. Fill it up. That's for today. Okay, until later.